Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping straight into something absolutely incredible. We're looking at a deeply emotional, magnificent mythological epic. But here's the catch. This wasn't cooked up in some giant Hollywood boardroom. No, this entire sweeping cinematic tale was originally born as a simple, loving bedtime story from a father to his young son Nihal. It's this brilliant mix of Indian spiritual aesthetics, thrilling fantasy, and a super grounded message about how we treat our planet. So let's just picture this for a second. We start under a perfectly peaceful night sky, bathed in soft moonlight. A father is sitting with his son, sharing a really profound message about the natural world. He tells him, every child asks for a story before sleep, but some stories, they aren't born from books. They're born from love itself. And honestly, from that quiet little moment, we are completely transported into this vast, vibrant world.
And that world is Dandakaranya. Now, this isn't just your average patch of woods. It's an ultimate hidden sanctuary. Imagine a massive, endless green forest, glowing fireflies, huge waterfalls, singing birds. It's a place where lions are literally walking side by side with deer and elephants are splashing around with peacocks. It's miles away from any modern chaos, and every single living soul there just exists in total harmony. They actually call themselves the kind souls, acting like one giant interconnected family.
Right at the very heart of this paradise is Mount Kailash, an ancient, glowing mountain rich with minerals. And nestled right at its base is the holy Saravaram Lake, which has these stunning crystal blue waters. This spot is absolutely crucial. It's not just a landmark, it's the physical and spiritual battery of the forest. Every single morning at dawn, the creatures gather around these glowing waters to pray to Lord Shiva, pulling healing, peace, and divine energy straight from the earth.
But hundreds of miles away, things are, well, starkly different. And honestly, probably a little too familiar for us. We hit the modern city. All that pure spiritual harmony is just gone. Instead, we've got this dark, futuristic skyline, totally choked with pollution and factory smoke. The people here have completely lost touch with nature. They're basically walking around consumed by greed, luxury, and glowing screens, having totally forgotten what kindness even looks like.
And rising straight out of that disconnected mess is our main antagonist, Rava Durian. This guy is wealthy, powerful, ruthless, and usually clad in this intimidating futuristic black armor. He's literally the embodiment of corporate greed. Using advanced satellites, he manages to pinpoint the hidden lands of Dandakaranya. But he doesn't see a sacred, beautiful sanctuary, right? He just sees dollar signs. He finds those rare, glowing minerals buried under Mount Kailash and quickly convinces the rest of humanity, including the government, to just pave over paradise for a quick payout.
So the invasion begins. Bulldozers roll out, corrupt officials sign the paperwork, and it looks pretty bleak. But here's the thing, the forest isn't just going to roll over. Just as the machines get close, the sky over Mount Kailash starts shifting. These deep, intense crimson clouds start swirling over the peak. It's a massive divine intervention. As the story tells us, when darkness approaches, nature awakens its protectors. It's a pretty powerful reminder that the earth, it fights back.
And boy, does it fight back. Out of those crimson clouds steps the sacred Durga lion. She emerges radiating this brilliant red and gold celestial energy, stepping right up to the front lines to defend the innocent animals. Oh, and she's accompanied by Skunda the peacock. This completely flips the script. What started as a peaceful nature tale instantly cranks up into a high-stakes spiritual epic. The animals realize they have divine backing, and they are absolutely not losing their home today.
What happens next is just a massive, unprecedented mobilization. Durga gives them the heads up that humans are striking in a matter of hours, and the whole forest springs into action. Every single creature gets a job. Dogs and birds become scouts, the heavy hitters, the elephants, lions, tigers, they form the vanguard. Even a fearless honey badger steps up to hold the line. Bathed in the moonlight, this joyful family transforms into an unstoppable, unified army.
The actual clash, though, it's brutal. Day one, the tanks and drones push into the woods. The animals fight with everything they have. Elephants are literally crushing vehicles. But by day two, Ravadurian escalates. He rains down these cruel drone bombings, setting the sacred forest on fire. The second night is known as the Night of Sorrow, a deeply silent, heartbreaking moment where the forest just weeps for the fallen. But day three, that's when the earth itself has had enough. Trees start moving, rocks start levitating, even the moonlight begins actively healing the wounded warriors.
But even with the actual terrain joining the fight, you have to ask, how can flesh, bone, and trees really defeat a hyper-advanced, heavily armored modern military? Ravadurian has endless drones and devastating bombs. The animals have incredible courage, sure, but is that enough against cold, calculated technology? To actually pull this off, the kind souls need something way older and way more powerful than any modern weapon.
And that weapon is ancient, flawless unity. Guided by divine intelligence, the animals execute the Padmavyuha. It's this massive, highly strategic, sacred circular formation. From above, it looks like it's literally pulsing with glowing energy. They don't just blindly charge the tanks, they use perfect coordination to create a totally inescapable trap. Ravaduryan's forces suddenly find themselves completely boxed in, their advanced tech completely neutralized by the synchronized power of thousands of united souls.
Which leads us to the ultimate showdown. Heavy rain, glowing moonlight. Ravadurian is trapped, but he's still arrogant, screaming, "Power belongs to mankind." But the divine Durga, just radiating that red and gold energy, shuts him down. She tells him, "Nature is not your slave." In this incredible clash, she strikes out and physically shatters his futuristic shield. It's this perfect metaphor, proving that blind greed and artificial strength will always eventually break against the united soul of nature.
And with that shield shattered, it's game over. The invaders surrender, the dark clouds finally part, and we see this gorgeous golden sunrise. The green canopy is restored, the animals go back to playing, and the motherland is safe. In this really touching scene, the entire animal kingdom gathers back at the glowing waters of Saravaram. They bow before Mount Kailash, offering a unified prayer of thanks to Lord Shiva for giving them the strength to protect their home.
Their mission accomplished, the divine Durga and Skanda the peacock begin to ascend back into the celestial light. But before they disappear, Durga drops one final, enduring piece of truth for the animals, and really for us watching. She says, "Protect nature, and nature will protect you." That is the absolute core of this whole explainer. We aren't separate from the earth. If we destroy it out of greed, we destroy ourselves. But if we stand up for it, it sustains us.
And that brings our story beautifully full circle, right back to that peaceful night sky. The father finishes the story for his son, Nihal, with a really touching dedication. May you always protect kindness, love nature, and carry courage in your heart. It takes this massive, mystical battle and distills it into a parent's simple wish for their child. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. What will you do today to protect the nature around you for the children of tomorrow? Thanks for diving into this with me.